What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Sports to the Wire. And if you're actually new to the channel, I am your host, East Rashid, and this is Barrick on the other side over there.
What's going on, guys?
If you're new, like, comment, subscribe, share it. Sharing is caring. When you share, the universe actually gives back to you. I'm the first one to actually say that, man. I'm coined that first. Going to get a trademark. all right. Brooklyn Nets is up on the clock right now, and the main topic of conversation is we look at the Nets right now, and this is not going to be about the coaching or the playoff positioning and how they fare off against Toronto. We'll do that in another future video, but Caris Levert and Kyrie Irving. Bradley Beal and Caris Levert. Who do you actually go for, or who's the actual better fit here? And Barrick, take us off, baby. Take us off.
Well, bottom line is right now, Caris Levert's balling out. He's finally playing the way the net organization felt he would. But unfortunately, it took circumstances that we have right now to really see where Caris Levert is. You really want to see how he is with all set players, with the two major free agent signings. But if you were to ask me right now who I think the better individual player is right now as we speak, that player is Bradley Beal.
Well, we definitely know that. I mean,
right.
I think Caris Levert is a step below him, but who's the better fit right now? That's the main thing right now.
We don't really know who the better fit is because right now you have not seen anything what this teammate look like with Kyrie and KD on the floor. That's what all we're worrying about. I mean, and I say we all because even fans who do not follow the Nets so I want to see how this team's going to look. The way he's playing right now, playing off the ball, feeding the ball to his teammates, running the floor well, rebounding the basketball. He's doing all the things right. And if you put that and think about in your mind how Kyrie normally plays, because Kyrie likes to get the ball, he likes to dribble through his legs, dribble, penetrate, jump shoot. And you're just trying to take what Levert's doing. And of course, KD's coming off the screen. He'll be on the weak side to take those nice three-point shots that he normally makes. I think Levert will fit in well with that concept. But then Bradley Beal's a killer assassin when it comes to shooting the basketball. I mean, the man.
Well, definitely like catch and shoot, because listen, it all depends, man. If you're gonna have more, Caris, if you can't get Bradley Beal, it's gonna have to be more Caris on the ball and more Kyrie off the ball, because he's the better catch and shoot 3-point shooter. It's the same thing with OKC. It's not going to work with James Harden monopolizing the ball a lot. It's going to have to be with James Harden being, off the ball, and then Russell Westbrook on the ball. And, Kyrie is actually a player who's actually used to the ball in his hands. And like you just said, being crafty and which is stuff that, hey, listen, it's jaw-dropping and it's, the razzle-dazzle and things like that. But when you start, there's only 24 seconds in a shot clock right now. If it was like 30, 31, 32 seconds, then that might work. But 24 seconds, well, actually 19 by the time you actually even advance the ball to the half court line. So, it all depends on Kyrie. Is he willing to actually sacrifice his game if they actually can't get Bradley Beal and be a more off the ball player? Because he can do it. I mean, I've seen him do it backdoor. And he's definitely an excellent catch and shoot player. So it really all depends. It's all up to Kyrie, and does he really want to win a championship? And that sometimes that's going to take sacrifices.
Well, again, like I said, brother, I really look at the fact that I'm watching him play, and I'm remembering how Kyrie played, and I remember how KD played. And these guys wanted to get together because those two guys know they can feed off of one another. Now you add Levert to the mix. But the reason, and you got to look at this, brother, the reason why Beal is even part, the reason why Beal is even part of this conversation is because maybe Levert is just not the guy. Okay? I mean, we need to look at the reality and the facts. You only have rumors because maybe the guys in the locker room right now, that being Kyrie and KD, are talking about the state of the team. I think they like Levert. But if he is involved in a trade rumor, it's saying to you logically that he may not be the fit. Now, we're both talking about it, we're analyzing it, and we think Levert could fit into the mold with these two players, but I don't think they feel the same way, because if they did, this would not be a rumor. Okay, Beal is in play right now because they know Beal can be a
he's also in play with the Lakers too. So
that's not happening. Okay, I have no idea what the hell's going on behind closed doors, but I can tell you right now that's not happening. All right, Kyle Kuzma is stepping up over there as their third option right now. So Kyle Kuzma is probably a generic version of Levert right now in LA, and that's it. But you don't hear no rumors out in LA.
Well, Levert's a playmaker. I think Kyle Kuzma's a scorer. And from a confidence perspective, you got to give the edge up to Levert. Yeah.
You're right, but he's fitting into what they're doing. And you're talking about fitting here. Does Levert fit here? And if he does,
like I said, it all depends. It depends on Kyrie. I mean, if they can't legitimately, and maybe Washington balks at that. They don't want Caris Levert. Maybe they don't see him as a cornerstone to their franchise. But
you're not selling tickets with Caris Levert being your headliner. I'm sorry, I know that's your boy, but yeah, come see the Washington Wizards, man, and superstar Caris Levert. Who? Oh, that's that guy from Brooklyn. Okay. Now,
well, listen, John Wall. I mean, as dynamic as John Wall is, he can't even get a sneaker deal being in Washington D.C.
They can't stay
I mean, prior to the injuries, he couldn't even get a sneaker deal in DC.
Yeah, okay,
it's just not. It's more of a. Is it more of a baseball? Is it DC's more of a baseball town, right, than a basketball town, right?
What, Washington?
Yeah, DC.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm not a Washington native, but if you were to ask the average Washington fan, the Reds, I can't even.
Yeah, football. It's a football thing. Yeah, exactly.
It's the Washington team.
Yeah,
that's what they call right now. They're really the meat and potatoes of the city of Washington, because they're the ones that won the Super Bowl back in the '80s. They're the ones that basically have been the major attraction. There was no Washington Nationals until about 7, 8, 9 years ago, so they didn't even have a baseball team then. Okay. And of course, you always had the Wizards. When Michael Jordan came there for a couple years, you had Antoine Jameson, and you had Agent Zero over there. So you had quality teams in the past, but it's always been the Washington football team that's been the main attraction. So with that being said, and of course the Nationals just won the World Series last year. Go figure. So the team that's not the primary team won the championship. So the Wizards right now have not been pushed that hard to deliver, but they're being watched hard enough. And the fact of the matter is, they know Beal is their major attraction right now. And
yeah, definitely, he's the major draw.
And to ship him out of town, it'll be the same as the Giants giving Odell Beckham Jr. all that money and then trade them. It's just not something that makes a lot of sense for the Washington Wizards.
Yeah, I definitely do agree, man. And like I said, they can't get Beal. It looks like it's going to be Caris Levert, and in order for this to actually work, Kyrie is going to have to sacrifice his game, which is actually will be a good thing for him, because at least he'll be able to stay healthy, for a good high chunk of the season.
I will listen. Let me tell you something. I'm not a Nets fan, but I would like to see this team stay healthy and see what they can do next season.
Because Kyrie's game. He's always constantly taking it to the trees. Taking it to these 7-footers, taking it to their chests. The wild layups.
It's like Allen Iverson.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a show. But if we want to win, if we're going to win a championship, Kyrie's going to have to take somewhat of a back seat. And we got to see what Caris Levert's 3-point shooting will look like. I mean, before the NBA shut down in March, he was up to like almost 36%. So you figure no COVID, and an off season of actually, constantly 7-8 hours a day in the gym of practicing his 3-point shots, he may get up to like maybe 38.5% 3-point shooting, which is which is pretty good.
Yeah, but it's pretty good, but it's not Bradley Beal's 46%. And that's again, the better player is in Washington. But like I said again, it's not going to make a lot of sense for the Wizards.
Well, what I like about Caris Levert is that he's multi-dimensional. He can play the 1, the 2, the 3. He can guard the 1, the 2, or the 3. Or maybe a 4, depending on the opposing lineup. If the opposing team actually goes small.
If he's doing all these things, why is he trade bait?
We don't know. Maybe Kyrie doesn't want to have to play a more off the ball role. You know, maybe he actually. We don't know.
Kyrie Irving went on a record 3 weeks ago talking about, listen, we got to upgrade the team, and now all of a sudden you have these trade rumors. You got to put 2 and 2 together right now, my brother, and this is what I'm seeing. And I'm not down. I believe you.
I think they're talking about a third star. You know, a third star that you can actually count on. See, Bradley Beal, like I said. Even though before our recording got messed up, we had to kind of do this over again. Barrick was saying that Bradley Beal got snubbed from the All-Star team, which is preposterous, but which is crazy. But we all know that.
The numbers I just gave you, and the man doesn't make the All-Star team. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What's wrong with that? 30 point game scorer, and he doesn't make the All-Star team. How's that happen? Because your team is not playing well? Again, it's an image issue. That's the same thing the Knicks want on. You got to get that straightened out, too. So, listen, just to put a bow on this, man, I think Levert's a great. I think the ceiling's higher. That's one thing I will say. Levert's ceiling is higher than Beal's. Beal's ceiling is lower. This is what you get with Beal. But Levert can get better than what he is. That's another reason.
The problem is do they actually want to wait on him in a sense, though? Because the window of opportunity is now, right here, right now.
Yeah, well, you're talking about the team, or you're talking about the player. The player right now can get better, and if the Wizards feel that they can get better with him, Levert being the guy on the team, all right, then you make the trade. But I just don't see them doing that. So it's 6 of one, half a dozen the other. Meaning you're kind of stuck with Levert as the third option, but if Levert gets better and Kyrie or KD can't play every game, because this is the way it is now. It's now game management now in the NBA.
Adam Silver's actually looking to. All right, so, real quick before we get out of here, the next head coach for the Nets, Tyronn Lue. Yeah, the next head coach. Because I mean, listen, Jacques Vaughn. I didn't think the Nets were actually going to make the playoffs, and they actually secured the actual 7th seed. They clinched the 7th seed. I don't know who won tonight. They were playing Portland. More than likely, they lost that game.
Well, no, everybody's been winning. The teams who are supposed to be winning, they've been losing. So this is a restart playing concept. So I'm a little bit X-nay about who's playing. Well, who should win, who should not win.
All right, this is breaking news. This is breaking news. Sean Marks signing Joe Harris is priority number 1.
Yeah, he's your 3-point specialist, so we'll see what happens with that. I think they'll do that, but you can't go wrong with Tyronn Lue. You can't go wrong with that. I mean, he's shown to have great leadership. Although I think he was a little bit overwhelmed when LeBron was there and the Cavaliers were trying to win that championship, and he showed that he very, very much.
Well, hopefully, Kyrie Irving matured since then, right?
Well, we shall see. We shall see.
All right, we're going to wrap this up. If you're once again, please like, comment, subscribe, share it. Sharing is caring. When you share, the universe definitely gives back to you. All right, guys. Peace out.
Peace.